Hey everybody, Monster Bait here. I'm in Area 1 today. I'm going to go down, I'm going to change the batteries in the game camera, and then I'm going to put some bait out. And we're going to see if we can get anything to come in. I'm going to put another camera out closer to the river to see what happens there as well. See if we can't trap what we might have thought was on the game camera video from before. We don't know. Now I know it's been just a little bit since I've been putting a video out. I had double inner ear infection, so that sucked pretty bad. But all over that now, back out in the woods. Very nice day today. So there's really no telling what we might run into out here wildlife-wise. So we'll hike in, see what we can get, look around a little bit. So here we go.
They say it was truth that I was sold, but the trouble with truth is it just don't get old. There's a gravity to grace I can't escape, and the trouble with grace, it gives more than it takes. Yeah, I need grace that gives more than it takes. There's a wildfire that's burning in my soul, so baptize me in that fire and let me go. I can hear the silence calling me to leave behind what's dead and be born again. Oh, I need to be.
Alright everybody, let's talk just a second about what we got today. Some nice marbles. Gonna place those out there. Syrup. Then a good old can of mackerel. Very smelly. Okay. We'll take that, put that out there, see what we can come up with. Pretty nice day today, about 60 degrees. No telling what wildlife we may run into down here today, so pretty good day to get out and hike, see what we can come up with. Really good to be back out. I was down for a little bit. You can see the growing the beard a little bit because we got 24 hours coming up really soon to camp with the Crooked Creek Creature. And I'm getting ready to go out and film that very soon. I'm kind of planning all the logistics for that right now. If you haven't seen those episodes, go back and watch them. The Crooked Creek Creature Monster Bait episodes. All that'll be coming very soon. So go back, catch yourself up on it. I'm going to kind of keep my eyes on the ground. It has been very snowy. It's been very muddy. And you never know when you may run upon some tracks. Always good to keep your eyes on the ground around this time period. There's a couple of muddy spots up there I love to check. And we'll check on those as we get in. I'm already hitting some sloppy mud now walking in. Looks like a tractor or something's been in here. Probably working these fields. Now there's a couple of little water holes over here that we'll walk over and check real fast, and then we'll go on into the camera. see anything obvious there. Now, I will say this. Off in the distance, you may hear some boats. I do hear a boat. Seems like it's coming up the river there from the lake. So, say people are out today because it's pretty warm. Now, remember, gang, you are my second set of eyes and ears. So, if you think you see something, drop it right down there in the comments, the timestamp and everything. I'll go back and review it. I've got another evidence review video coming, and it's all from stuff that you've sent me. So remember that stuff. Just the worst part is not losing these game camera cards. Now this is the time when Bigfoot comes up and waves and game camera's not going. The camera's right here, he's standing there. Always format your memory cards. Camera on, 100% battery. Always remember, take your trash out of the woods. That's what we're doing here. We're taking our trash out, taking the batteries out. I'm going to put some bait down. I'm going to put some marbles down close by. That way we can see what happens in one of these bare areas. The bare areas I'm talking about are right in here. I'll put some stuff down right here where it has to be walked upon or traveled upon to get to. And this is nothing but a trick, you know. This is nothing but us trying to trap something in. So I put 8 marbles out. Now, let's talk a little bit about that. Some theories say that they like to arrange them back in multiples of 3. Okay? So they're perfectly right there, 2 together. Alright? So if they wanted to take and arrange them, they would have to move some out. We'll see what happens there. Took a picture of it. Always take a picture of your evidence. We took video of it. And now it's here. So we'll let it sit and see what happens. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some marbles in the Y of this tree here, and we'll see what we get. Maybe they'll take them or move them. It's right here in front of the game camera. So I'll put one clear, okay, one clear, one blue, one green in this tree. Okay, see how it is? Multiples of 3 there. Alright. Next thing I'm going to put out is this nice can of mackerel. Okay, very smelly. And I'm going to actually tape it to our tree. Actually, I'm going to put it high on this tree right here. I'm going to put it right here, high on this tree. That way it's harder for animals to climb up on it. pop the lid slightly where that sand will get out. Oh God, it spilt on me. Ugh. Be really careful, guys. I don't want this stink on me. Oh God, I got just a little drop on me. And it smells awful. Oh. Yeah, that's gross. I got just a little bit on me, and it stinks something awful. The mackerel's up here. You can see how far it is off the ground. See how far it is off the ground? It's probably about, I don't know, 6'5" or so up. And it's on a thinner tree, that way it's not as easy for something to like grab it, alright, like climb up. And raccoons and stuff are very crafty, so who knows, we'll see what happens. Did pop the lid, and I smell awful because it's on my arm and I can smell it as I walk. I'm going to poke just a small hole in the syrup. Normally I don't do that, but I actually want them to know that gifts have been left. Other animals will draw in as well, and we'll get some things on the game camera, hopefully. And we'll see what happens. You'll get to see how crafty some of these creatures are. And this will give you kind of an idea of why we can't just write everything off as Bigfoot if we leave bait out, because raccoons and things are just notorious for being crazy little critters. Little hole, see? Syrup's kind of running out, and it's going to soak this area with syrup, okay? And then it's going to slow down and be a drip. See, I done a nice end of my knife there. Like I said, always clean up after yourself. Don't leave trash in the woods. Even when we come back and get these cans, we'll get the cans, we'll get the syrup bottle, we'll get everything, and we'll take it out with us. We're not going to leave anything in the woods like that. Unless something eats it. I mean, if something eats it, then not much we can do. We're going to take this other game camera, put it closer to the river. We might capture something coming in or going out. So we're going to set some traps today, and they may be smarter than us. Likely they will be. Alright, got the second camera up. Right there. I'll get it next week. Remember, gang, if you see something, drop a comment, mark the timestamp, put the time down in the video, in the comment. We'll go back and check it out. You are my second pair of eyes and ears. That's some pretty large scat there. Look at that. It's my foot. What do y'all think? What kind of scat is that? What do you think? What kind of scat is that? Bear, maybe? Bear should be in hibernation right now, I think. Not sure. Very interesting. Hear the owl? some deer tracks. Getting close to the river now. Just gonna stop and listen. We're really able to get close today. Look at the water, it's been up, look how it's traveled. It's got out of its banks, the river has. Just kind of gonna walk the riverbank really quickly, look around, then we'll head out. It's starting to get dark, and I don't have my camera light with me. I have a flashlight, but I mean, I don't really have camera lights. So we'll walk a little bit, then we'll head back out. Main path right here, some kind of walk it a little bit, see if we see anything. Heard something over there in the water. Could have been a big old fish. Could have been a beaver. We'll kind of slowly move. See if we hear it again. Why do I find myself out here on a full moon by accident? This is not planned. The moon's out, the sun's starting to go down, and it's a full moon. I have no idea why I find myself out here on a full moon. None of that's planned. I don't like keep track of lunar cycles or anything like that. I do good enough to keep track of everything else in life. I don't track lunar cycles. So, but it's full moon. Moon's coming out. Crazy. The ground's really tore up here too. Now, I know it's been cold here and things, but you still got to be very aware where you're walking, because I mean, it was a warmer day today, so it's very possible that a cottonmouth or copperhead could be out sunning today, and we don't want to walk up and stomp on one of those by accident, because don't have my snake bite protectors on today. You know how most times I'd forget them, but you get bit down here by yourself, no cell phone service, you gotta get yourself out, you're gonna be in a very critical survival situation fast, and we don't want that. I want to keep bringing you all content with all my limbs. Well, that track's going through there, see? Deer tracks, looks like. So I had posted this earlier as a post on the channel, and I want y'all to think about something. There's probably tons of people out there that may have pictures, video, stories, whatever the case may be, and I want you all to have a voice, because there's a lot of people out there that are afraid to come forward because of the critics and the criticism and being called crazy or goofy or whatever. I want this channel to give you a voice. I want this channel to be a voice for the voiceless. So if you have pictures, if you have video's hard to send. Maybe you can upload it privately to YouTube or something and share a link with me. Video, pictures, if you have a sighting, that you've never told anybody, feel free to send it to us at monsterbaittv@gmail.com. I'm probably, if it gets too overwhelming, I'm gonna have my wife come in and help. She's my trusty assistant and rock of all times. So anything comes through, I'm gonna make sure she looks at it over. She always kind of gives me her opinion as well. So send it to me, monsterbaittv@gmail.com, and just know that I will put it on the channel if it's something I want to get opinions on or worthiness. So you may want to drop in there if you want your name shared or not. But I'd love to give a voice to the voiceless. No criticism here. This is a safe community. You can tell any theory that you have. Nothing is, implausible here. So I want to hear your theories, and I want to hear, your thoughts on things. No trolls, no judgment. This is a safe spot for all of us that are out there trying to look for and learn about these creatures in the forest. That's it for this episode, guys. Remember, subscribe to the channel if this is the first time seeing it. Go back, watch all the other stuff. Educate yourself on the areas we go out to. I go out at least every week, sometimes twice a week. When it gets warmer, probably more. Thank you all for being here. You're a part of the squad. I'll be posting another evidence review that's going to have probably about 3 different things in it that you all brought to my attention that we'll look at and talk about. So, thank you all for watching, and remember, the monsters are not just in your head or under your bed. They're everywhere.
I need to be born again. The narrow way is not the narrow mind, but the narrow mind feels safer locked inside. colors that I've never seen. Yeah, black and white feels Oz absurdity.